morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to another episode of Amateur Radio Outdoors. My name is Luis, Hotel Bravo 9, Hotel Juliet Uniform, also known as Hotel India 8, India Lima Oscar, or Kilo Charlie 7, India Lima Oscar. And today, we're gonna be doing a product review, which is something that I'm not used to doing. So we're gonna start by going to this website. So this is the DigiLink Nano, and it's a compact digital mode USB interface. Now the DigiLink Nano, as stated by Christoph, the creator of the unit, is a very compact digital mode ham radio interface that is used to connect your rig to a computer or tablet and run virtually any digital mode like PSK31, RTTY, any of the WJTX modes, Olivia, essentially anything where you would use a sound card if your radio does not bring a sound card with the radio. So radios like the IC705, IC7300, and FT991A or 991 from Yaesu, those will bring internal sound cards with them, so you will only connect one USB cable to your computer. In this case, the KX3, the 817, or any of the other radios which do not bring an internal sound card, you would need a USB digital sound card. Something like the, for example, Wolfie-Link or the Signal-Link would be comparable to these units. Now, the main difference between those devices and this one is the size. So just for reference, let's see here, the size is 50 millimeters, 25 millimeters by 15 millimeters. Also, I need to point out that this unit is, besides incredibly small, it requires a really low amount of power, and it's very simple to install, very simple to use. So as a reference, here's a KX3, which is the main radio that I have, and the DigiLink Nano operating with this radio as well. So let's talk a little bit more about what do you get when you buy the unit. So first, this is a digital interface. It uses only one cable for power and sound at the same time. So less cables if you are operating portable, which is always welcome. So you will have one cable going from your USB-B connector in your computer to your radio, to your DigiLink Nano. Also, you can order a cable that goes from your DigiLink Nano to a USB-C connector in your computer. That's very useful for those using Macs, which this unit is 100% compatible. And in fact, Christoph has videos where his main unit is connected to, his DigiLink unit is connected to a Mac OS computer. So very useful in that sense. You also get a cable that goes from the DigiLink Nano to your radio. The options that you have here, and let's go to the different options, are, as you can see, a Mac here connected to the DigiLink Nano. In terms of cables, what you would get is, as I said, the cables from your computer to your DigiLink Nano. And in this case, here you see the cable on the right is the cable going to your radio. So let's talk in terms of those cables. So you can get a cable for a KX3, a cable, a TNC style like Yaesu's or ICOM's cable. You can order an open-ended cable, or you can order more than one cable. And you can see also the prices there. The unit is very inexpensive, so $89.95, or if you're going to order two or more cables, $96.90, and this is in Swiss francs, by the way. Let's go to specifications really quickly. The main unit has a high-quality USB audio codec. I can say that I have experienced no problems with the unit. This codec is made, this chip is made by Texas Instruments, and it shows us a Texas Instruments Burr Brown chip in your computer, either your Windows, Linux, or Raspberry Pi computer. It shows us a Texas Instrument Burr Brown chip. Size, very small. In inches, that would be 2 by 1 by 0.6 inches. As I said before, has LED indicators for power, blue, transmit is red and receive is green. It only consumes, I already covered the USB cables, it only consumes 65 milliamps on receiving and 85 milliamps on transmitting. And that makes my KX3 operate with less than 300 milliamps, counting the radio and the sound card itself. Obviously, when you add the Raspberry Pi, it's a little bit more. One of the main elements that I like about the unit is that every connector on the unit has RF filters and have electric have ESD protection. So that this means that it's noise isolated. If you were to buy something like a signaling, you will buy it because it has noise isolation. This unit has everything that a signaling has and more. So that's what I like the best about it. It's incredibly sensitive, and you also can see the block diagram where it has ESD protections on any connector before actually going to the actual circuitry. And that's very important to me, and it shows on the actual quality of the audio coming in and out of the unit. In terms of the cables, you can see the pictures here. This is the KX2, KX3 cable. Let's see if we can show it. There you go. Very simple TRSS cable. And in fact, with the cable that goes to the mic, you can actually trigger the PTT through the box circuit on the unit itself, same way as a signaling would do. Also, TNC style cables for the Minidin ports. This would work with Yaesu, with the G90 that works beautiful as well, and ICOM radios. You can also order the open-ended cable. So let's talk also a little bit about, and this is very important to me that we see this, about this cable. So if you are using a KX3, as I am, you are used to having the red colored cable going to the phones and the green cable going to the mic. That's the way. That's the way Elecraft colored the cables going to the unit if you buy the data cables from them. However, in this unit, it's completely different. It's actually inverted. So the green cable will actually go to the phones and the red cable would go to the mic. One comment that I can make to the creator, Hotel Bravo 9 Zulu Hotel Kilo, is that I would suggest that even though he does have an instruction about it in the website, I would put it in a more prominent space in the website itself. I think that this is really important, and I kind of lost a little bit of time when installing this and had to contact him about it. By the way, if you do contact Christoph, he's an incredibly nice person, very, very useful, very, very forthcoming, very helpful guy. So if you do buy the unit, which I suggest you do, spoiler alert, I would actually urge you to contact him and just say thank you, because you will after buying the unit. It's that good of a unit. So let's go really quickly, and I will fast forward this to VNC, and let's see the unit operating. So in here I am connected to my Raspberry Pi, and I'm running this through Wi-Fi, and I'm recording this using my phone as well as the Raspberry Pi itself. So this is WSJTX, and let's just put this here really quickly. So while this happens, and I'm doing a QSO in real time with you, there's something important that I will need to show you. When you buy the unit and you install it, it's basically just a matter of connecting it to either your Windows, Linux, or Raspberry Pi computer. When you do that, I would suggest that you do a couple of things. First, make sure that you follow Christoph's instructions on his website for your specific operating system. I will put a link down in the description below, as well as I will show it to you in a moment. When you do install the unit, what you can see is that it will show in your audio device settings as a USB audio codec device. Something really important that you need to have in place here, and let me go to the website in a second because this is important for me to show it to you, is that in my case for Raspberry Pi setup, which he does have, once installed, I would suggest that you go to a terminal and type a play hyphen L to confirm that the unit is installed. Once that's done, then and you confirm that the unit is installed and you can see a USB audio codec device there, then type the message, and you will also be able to see a Bear Brown from TI message saying that the device has been registered. Also, make sure that you go to the audio device settings, which I will show in your screen, and this part is where I need to give you some pointers. It has two audio channels. You need to separate those audio channels here, clicking on the chain that you see on the screen. The the right channel, make sure to put it on full volume. That's for the DigiLink Nano Vox circuit. If you don't want to use the Vox on the DigiLink, you will mute or put that right channel to 0. If you are using the CAT cable, I will urge you to do that and put the Vox circuit of the DigiLink to 0, which it took me some time to figure that out myself, even though the instructions are here. Spoiler alert, I read them, but didn't follow them. The left channel is the actual audio that you will actually transmit. So make sure that you put this in either 50 or 70%, something like that, and you will actually use the mic or the gain in your mic to configure the level going in or out for your actual radio. In terms of capture, make sure to put this on 50% as well, and tune it so you don't overdrive your unit. So just a quick pointer there. Now, as I said, in my specific case, and you see I'm actually making a QSO here, I will put the right channel. Hold on, because I'm making something very stupid. You need to unlink this. There you go. I will be putting this to 0, the right channel, so I don't use the Vox circuit. And here I will be putting this to, hold on, there you go, about 50%. Actually, in this case, I will put it to full volume and just leave the KX3 to do the rest. Now that way, what I'm doing here, what I just did was making sure that I'm not using the Vox circuit on the DigiLink Nano, but rather the CAT control on the KX3 using EvilRig, and the left channel on full, making sure that the full power or the full audio is actually going to the radio itself. So that would be basically what I would suggest you to do. And the microphone here, mute that and disable that, because you're not going to be using that. So just a quick pointer for you guys out there. Once that's done, as you can see, I'm already making a QSO, working beautifully, and no issues there. So let's just try, just for fun, to see if we do make this QSO. Yes, I have a 73 here, and let's hope to see a 73 on the responding station. And this is a European Russia station. Just for reference, I'm using 5 watts and battery power on the KX3 right now. Just a quick reference for you guys and girls listening out there. So quick comments about the unit. One of them is just a very beautiful unit, very simple to use. And there you go, you have a 73, and we can go back to back here. So comments about the unit: very simple to use unit, very lightweight. I have this on a small kit using the KX3 as well, and honestly it's just working marvelously. Kudos to Christoph on how simple this unit is to operate and use. If you are going to buy this, which I honestly would suggest you to do, just remember this is a Swiss engineered unit and comes from Switzerland. If you do buy it, you can do it either through eBay or through tindy.com. I paid full price for the unit, so this review that I'm doing because I wanted to. I did inform Christoph I was going to be the unit, but he doesn't know my comments on the unit itself. You can buy it through Tindy or eBay. It will go to either Europe, North America, or the rest of the world. Shipping costs are very simple. I would suggest, if you are going to buy this, that you choose the option which is priority letter with tracking, so you know when it's coming. It took me about 2 to 3 weeks for the unit to arrive, so it didn't pose any issues here, as it was shipping from Switzerland itself, and I am in Switzerland. So honestly, guys and girls, do buy this unit. You will be grateful that you do, if you are into digital modes and your radio doesn't have an internal sound card. So that's it. That's the review for Hotel Bravo 9 Zulu Hotel Kilo's compact digital mode USB interface called the DigiLink Nano. If you did like this video, I would please say you to hit like and subscribe. This shows me that you like this content and that the channel is moving in the right direction. Thank you for your support. So let's talk a little bit more